Here's the modified profile for stage 20. It was the last chance for the GC guys to make a difference with a long climb up to Val Thorens. With such a short stage, there wasn't much time for the breakaway to get much of an advantage, but we did see a breakaway get up the road. It included Zacharine, Nibali, Mike Woods, and a few other riders. But with it being such a short stage, and with there's so much to ride for on that final climb, I didn't expect the breakaway to have a chance. However, Nibali went off the front all on his own, and we all know how strong of a rider he is. And back behind, there weren't any real major attacks from the GC guys. They were setting a very strong pace. It was a hard day, but Nibali was able to hold them off to the finish to take the solo victory. It was a great win for Nibali. It saves his season. He had to be disappointed in the Giro. Really, he had a chance, but everyone underestimated Carapaz in the Giro, so this saves his season. Great win for Nibali. Meanwhile, back in the GC peloton, we saw that Alaphilippe got dropped early on in the climb, and that really put to rest all of the questions we had from yesterday about could he have gained some time on the descent and maybe saved his yellow jersey and kept it all the way to Paris. That was not the case. He didn't look good today, and he slipped all the way off the podium. So the race was still theoretically up for grabs, but there was a strong pace in the peloton, and none of the guys really made an attack. But none of the guys who were in contention are really attacking kind of riders. Kreuzwick isn't that guy. He's more of a diesel. Buchmann, he was just surviving, hanging on. He did have a teammate riding hard for him, but there was no attack to follow. So I think the pace was just too high. All Bernal had to do was defend his lead, and Thomas really was in no position to attack Bernal because he's his teammate. So perhaps the GC battle today wasn't as exciting as we had hoped. And was the pace too high, or were guys riding to protect their podium positions? Hard to say. I always err on the side of the pace being too high because it's easy to say, oh, you should attack, but if you're out there suffering, there's nothing you can do. So I think it was just the way the race played out today. Bernal was just able to protect his lead, rode a defensive race. That's what Ineos is good at. And, everyone questioned the strength of their team, but they finished 1-2 at the end of the race. It's too bad that these last two stages were shortened, and it puts a bit of a darker cloud over the race than we had hoped for. However, in the end, I believe the strongest rider won. I think Bernal would have won no matter what. And you have to give him credit for winning at such a young age. Everybody believes he's going to go on to win more and more races in the future. So we're going to look back at this tour and just think this was his coming out party. We're going to forget these last two stages. Here's the top 10 for the day with Nibali in front and small gaps in the GC, but nothing major. Valverde came in second, Bernal in fourth to secure his overall victory. So here's the GC. Bernal takes the victory, Thomas in second, Kreuzwick slides into third. Here's tomorrow's stage. It's one last chance for the sprinters, and Caleb Ewan looked to be clearly the strongest in the last sprint finish, so I'm going to pick him to win tomorrow. I just checked, and he is still in the race. So Caleb Ewan should take the victory tomorrow. So there's one more stage to go. See you tomorrow in Paris.